Is the control of your life really in your hands? Or have you come to accept that others get to decide for you? Sometimes, without even realizing it, we let our life's purpose and our own beliefs slip into the background. But there's one sentence that you and everyone around you need to hear and know: my life, my rules. That's when you'll begin to understand the feeling stirred deep in your lungs by that air you breathe so fully. In this video, I'm going to give you that very first breath, the one you'll feel down to your core, that marks the true beginning of your life. First question you need to ask yourself, and its answer is, who am I living for? I know you set an alarm at night so you can get up for work or school in the morning. The truth is, you don't really want to wake up or get out of bed, but you do it because you have to. Because someone is expecting it from you. Your boss, your teacher, your girlfriend or boyfriend, or that invisible judge we all know as society. But have you ever paused to think, is the life you're living today truly your own choice? According to Alfred Adler's theory of individual psychology, the primary motivation for human behavior is the need to belong. But when that sense of belonging is misdirected, we develop an internal survival strategy, living according to others' expectations. At first, that strategy seems to work. You feel connected, you think you're valued, you get approval, you feel loved and accepted. But do you know what happens next? You lose yourself. You realize you're living for others, not yourself. And the moment you recognize that you're spending your time for someone else, you're left alone with regret. Part 1. The approval-seeking trap. Waiting for someone else's approval, craving validation, it might seem logical. You might even think of it as consulting an expert before making a move. You want to be loved, to be accepted, and to do things that earn praise from those around you. But here's the tragedy. Once you get that approval, you'll need it again and again. Your brain will keep asking, what do they think? Did you ask them? And you'll always want to win that approval. Every time you make a decision, you wonder, what will my mom say? Every outfit choice triggers, will my friends like this? Every dream is shadowed by, is this a ridiculous idea? And you shelve your own life in the process. But remember, everyone has a life. And the life you're living right now is yours alone. No one else is walking your path. So stop and ask yourself, what's the point of sustaining a thought loop that's hurting you? Take a few steps back and realize you can't control what others think, but you can steer and manage your own life. That realization is the first step toward change. Part 2. The psychological foundation of finding your own path. Why is it so hard to live for yourself? Because freedom brings responsibility. When decisions are yours, you alone own their outcomes. Sticking to everyone whose approval you seek is comfortable. It's the easy, cozy path. I didn't choose it, they did, you tell yourself, protecting you from failure. But there's a hefty price. You deny your own self, and in that moment, you feel like a puppet. Adler explains this via the concept of lifestyle. From childhood, you form core beliefs, and under social influences, develop a coping style. Over time, it becomes automatic. For example, if you were constantly criticized as a child, you might grow up to be a perfectionist, because you believe you must be flawless to deserve love. But now, you're an adult. Ask yourself, does this lifestyle still serve you? Does it help you, or does it limit you? If you can honestly ask and answer that question, transformation begins. Then you'll know what freedom really means. Part 3. What it means and doesn't mean to live for yourself. First, let go of this misconception. Living for yourself isn't selfish. I'm not saying you should disregard everyone around you or ignore their thoughts and feelings. That would be selfish. But in your one and only life, valuing your own beliefs isn't selfish. It's essential. After all, you're the one who has to live with the results. Why wouldn't you want your own outcomes? Think about it. Even on an airplane, The announcement says, put your own oxygen mask on first. How can you help anyone else if you can't breathe yourself? Is that selfish? Living for yourself means charting your life's course according to your own values and ideas. It means bravely taking that step despite your fears. It means trying what you believe is right, even if it could turn out wrong. Ask yourself right now, in the smallest decision I made today, did I hear my own voice? If your answer is no, then you're wandering through a map drawn by others. Someone else is pulling your strings, and you're following their script. Don't do that to yourself. You're the one who matters. In the comments, write, "What matters is me." And whenever you make a choice that's not yours, come back and read what you wrote. Remind yourself of the promise you made. Part 4. Practical steps for transformation. How does that deep inner awareness become action? First, find a space where you can express yourself, maybe a notebook, or even a note to yourself on your phone. Every day or every few days, write in that space. What did I do today purely because I wanted to? When did I act without seeking someone else's approval? Where did I fail to step out of my comfort zone and just do what was asked of me? These small reflections will spark huge awareness, a crucial first step in your transformation. Second, learn to say no. Saying no draws a boundary between you and others, and that boundary acknowledges your own existence. Because in a world where not everyone expects something from you, protecting your own voice takes courage. Ask yourself, when was the last time you said yes to something you didn't want, and why? Chances are it's been a while, and you're realizing that right now. Finally, take small risks. You can't reshape your life overnight, but small risks will help your transformation. Try something new. Make a new decision. If you don't exercise, start working out. Learn an instrument. Go on a trip you've always wanted to but never taken. Speak your dream out loud. That will be the greatest gift you give yourself. Even if you fail, even if you know there's a chance of error, take that first step. Bad things aren't always bad. They're experiences paving the way for a perfect next move. Remember, courage isn't being fearless. It's stepping forward despite fear. And maybe watching this video right now is your threshold moment. The instant you cross it, everything changes. Part 5. Don't be an extra in someone else's life. Life is a giant stage, and we're all actors. But you don't have to give up the lead role. When you and everyone around you are controlled, no one dares to be bold. Everyone chooses to be an extra. Being an extra means avoiding the responsibility of writing the script or playing the lead. So turn and ask yourself, why am I just memorizing the lines handed to me? Why am I not writing this script and starring in it? A life scripted by others can never satisfy you, because that script isn't for you, it's for them. It doesn't reflect who you are. And one day, when the curtains close on this life, you'll realize you never heard your own voice. By then, it may be too late. Don't let that happen. Take the strings of your one and only life into your own hands. Let people define you by your courage. Let them say, that's someone who carved their own path. If you've watched this video all the way through, that inner voice has already started talking to you. And from this moment on, you should make this decision. I will live my own life, and I'm ready to pay whatever price that entails. I know it isn't easy, but if you don't try today, you'll relive the same script tomorrow. You'll be caught in the same loop again. Nothing worthwhile comes without a challenge. Easy gains vanish quickly, because the things that come too easily seldom hold value. And things without value slip away just as fast. The moment you make this decision, you've taken the first step toward freedom. Now make yourself a promise. Today, I will make at least one choice just for myself. That's when your whole future will be yours, truly yours. Remember, claiming your life doesn't mean rejecting others. It means accepting yourself. And the greatest courage is being yourself, despite the need for approval. The greatest happiness is being accepted by people for exactly who you are, and every choice you make.